Hello, my loves. It's me, Jazzy Mac, and today we have several different work from home opportunities that we're going to look at. We're definitely going to check out Yelp, but I do have some part-time work from home opportunities for you. I also have some data entry / no phone work from home opportunities, and I just wanted to make sure that you all have a lot of options to pick from. We're definitely going to take a look at the resumes and what to put in your resume. And we're also going to talk about the salary for these different jobs, but we're definitely going to loop back around to Yelp because Yelp is a global company. So for a lot of you that live in Canada and just in general outside of North America, they do have global positions. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to start with our part-time opportunities, and then we're going to circle back to Yelp since Yelp is going to be a full-time opportunity. And I think you guys are going to love the Yelp one because it's no phones. It's like a fun opportunity. So let's take a look at Williams Sonoma. A lot of you said, Jazzy, I need part-time work. And I said, okay, I will show you something that is part-time. And what I want you to understand is that I've actually worked for Williams Sonoma. It's a really great company, a really fun company. And in addition to that, if you don't live in one of these states, I do have a different part-time opportunity for TJ Maxx that you can also apply for if you don't live in these states. Now, what they're saying that you need to have basically is just be able to problem solve, okay? Take ownership, be attentive. I mean, they train you. It's 4 weeks of training. And they allow you to bring your own device. So you can start pretty quickly. And I will tell you, they're a great company if you're trying to move up in the company. I've seen people go from being a customer service rep to a supervisor within like 2 months. So it's very easy to move up. It's very easy to get promoted. Now, this is going to be the Williams Sonoma particular role. So we're going to do a resume demonstration for the other roles, but this one's it's extremely entry level friendly. They're not even saying they want you to have a whole lot of experience. If you don't have the 2 years or 1 year of previous customer service experience, it's not a big deal because, like I said, it's very entry level friendly. They are a very beginner friendly company. So in addition to this role, the other role that we're going to talk about is going to be the TJ Maxx role. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the Williams Sonoma resume. I just wanted to show you this really quick. One thing that you want to make sure that you have in your resume, obviously the name of the company, that's going to always be a hot word. Another thing that you want to have in your resume is the word negotiation, because it's a big part of what they do in Williams Sonoma, and it's not negotiating like big deals or anything. It's like a customer may say, hey, I wanted to purchase this item in store. I saw that it was damaged. Could I get it for 20% off? And you may say, well, we can't do 20% off. We can do 15% off. Will that work for you? So that is what I mean by negotiation. So you guys negotiate all the freaking time, because you're like, if you got kids, you negotiate with your kids all the time. They're like, hey, if I'm quiet, can I just play on my iPad just a little bit longer? And you're like, okay, I'll do it for 30 minutes. And they're like, no, an hour. And you're like, no, 10 minutes. Or whatever like that. So make sure you call that out. If you've ever worked in a call center, you can definitely add KPIs in here. AHT is like average handle time, QA is quality assurance, and CSAT stand for customer satisfaction. So I'll be honest with you, getting a job at Williams Sonoma is pretty easy. But just make sure that you've got these keywords on your resume as they relate to your actual experience. All right, so let's go ahead and pop over to our TJ Maxx opportunity. I thought this was a very cool opportunity because I didn't even know that TJ Maxx did like work from home. I wasn't aware of that, but apparently, since the pandemic, like everybody's worked from home. So it says that you're going to respond to customer service calls, including letters and internet emails. So I'm not sure necessarily how their little selection process goes. I would just make sure that I ask them if I'm going to be a part of like the Facebook team or the Twitter team to respond to those comments and questions that you see on social media. So this may not even be a phone's role. It sounds more like it's more of like a online role as far as where you're going to be answering questions from. So you're going to address customer issues, again, using those negotiation skills, and make sure you're promoting a positive company image as it relates to customer service and loyalty programs and rewards points. So if you apply for this job, they want you to have a little bit of retail experience or call center experience. If you don't have it, again, they will train you, okay? Typing skills, PC knowledge, all of us have that already. So this job did not list out the salary, but when I went to like Glassdoor, it showed a customer service coordinator role that was between $24 and $26 per hour. So I don't exactly know what this particular role is paying, but just make sure you ask them when they call you back. Just say, hey, what is the salary range for this position? And start there. So there are certain states that you have to live in. Again, if you don't live in those states, check out the Williams-Sonoma opportunity. But for Yelp, Yelp is going to be a global opportunity that is not limited to any states. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop into the Yelp opportunity. Yelp is just super cool, because they've got like really cool like work from home setups, and like, if you work in an actual office, it's a cool setup. But they give you $300 up front for you to go and purchase anything you want for your office, whether that's another monitor, if it's a desk, a chair. They give you that up front, and then every single month they pay your internet and your phone bill. So you are making your salary, and then you'll probably get like an extra $200 per month for your utilities. So it's just a really cool company. So this next opportunity is not going to be listed under their regular career site. You're going to absolutely have to Google the name of this particular position. This is going to be the User Operations Associate in Content Moderation. This is a fancy schmancy way of saying that this role is going to be centered around removing spam comments. Or like abusive, negative comments on Yelp where someone may be making like comments around like racism, or they're making sexual comments, things like that. But from what it sounds like, it's mostly making sure that there aren't a bunch of bots just leaving random comments on Yelp. So it says, by removing posts that are clouded with conflicts of interest, spam, and other abuse, we want to ensure that everyone who uses Yelp is finding information about businesses to make informed decisions. So in this role, you'll read the stories of many different people. You'll sympathize with them. You'll also need to read between the lines and trust but verify that they meet the standards. So if someone is talking about their experience at a restaurant, you want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they had that experience, but just making sure that they're not directly trying to harass the business owner. Make sure this isn't like a really weird, creepy boyfriend or something like that. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot to do shout outs. Listen, I wanted to throw it back a little bit because these are people that are currently working in their new remote job. So Banji said, thank you so much. You helped me get a job at Amex. Kanitra said, great news. I was hired for Discover. Thank you. Congratulations to you. Shanice said, I just got hired for the resolution specialist position at Walmart. That is a work from home position. So excited for you, Shanice. Destiny, she applied for the Delta flight attendant role. And because she is a veteran, she got first priority and she was invited to come out the next day and interview. So that was just really exciting news to see. I mean, so many of you are getting these jobs that it's not funny. Deshelle got a job at Progressive. Jasmine got a job at Amazon, and just started February 13th. So hope your week or your second week is going great. Chantel got a job at American Red Cross. Christopher got a job at the Home Depot in the messaging center. That's a remote job. So y'all, I could go on and on. It's a whole lot of people that are getting jobs. I've got hundreds of comments. So I'm just so freaking proud of you all. Like seriously, I'm so proud. So back to our role with Yelp. Okay. This is a full-time remote role, removing those spam or abusive comments, making sure people aren't just on there harassing other people, that sort of a thing. So it says you're going to moderate content and be conscious of the policies and guidelines, making sure people aren't using offensive language on there, curse words and things of that nature. So you're enthusiastic about Yelp. You've got a year of work experience, any sort of work experience. It doesn't have to be call center, it doesn't have to be data entry or IT. It can be any type of work experience. Okay. And you get full benefits. You get PTO. There is 14 weeks of parental leave. So all of you that say, hey, I've got kids, or maybe you've got a baby on the way, this is not something that you should shy away from because they actually lean into parental leave for both parents. So compensation is going to be around $40,000 annually. You may also be offered a bonus and benefits. Sign-on bonuses can range from anywhere from $2,000 to sometimes $10,000. Of course, it's going to depend on your experience, the market demand, and how well you negotiate. But make sure that you are negotiating. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the Yelp opportunity, or resume rather, because some of the things that I would make sure I had in my resume would be, for sure, content moderation. If you've not done content moderation in an official capacity, but you've managed a Facebook group, maybe you managed a Facebook group for your church, or for a nonprofit, or maybe your mom's Bible study group or something like that. That is still considered content moderation. Okay. Any type of community management is content moderation. So make sure you're not leaving that out, because most of us, we know how to delete comments on Facebook. Okay. We know when things get nasty, we know how to report comments. So we've all got some form of content moderation in there. Another thing that would be good to note is if you've ever worked doing any type of feedback or surveys or CSATs, that's going to be another big one. Because it means that you've got experience with, listening to the customers and maybe, handling a situation where a customer was displeased about something. So those are going to be the biggest things, that you'll want to point out in this job. Again, it's still very much an entry level sort of role, because they're not saying that you've got to have a bunch of education or anything like that. So again, these are available down below in the description box if you need them. And you guys, I'm so proud of you. Listen, a lot of great things are happening for you all. Continue to raise your vibration. That's the only way for you to attract these opportunities and for you to attract a higher salary. You have to vibrate in a a higher frequency. You know, you have to celebrate other people. You have to count your blessings. If you spend all day long saying, Jazzy, I know I want to apply for these jobs, but I'm scared they're going to reject me. Well, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So you should be applying like crazy. You should be tailoring your resume based on the tips that I give you. If you don't have a resume, get one out of my description box, okay? All right, folks, until the next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye.